Yo, this is Corey.
What's up, it's Jahi.
And this is Jordan, and you're now
Tapped in to Fatherhood Forward. Before we dive into today's episode, we want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors of this video, Platinum Party Planners.
you already know they one of the best sponsors around. They specialize in birthdays, weddings, baby showers, corporate events, and they even do treats.
And they hit.
That's a fact. So y'all see this beautiful furniture that we have on set today.
Facts.
It's courtesy of Platinum Party Planners. So shout out to the ladies over there.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to the Platinum Party Planners. You already know they're going to make your event shine every time.
Bling. Blow. Let's get it.
What is up, everybody?
Yo.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
We are here for another installment of what we call Dad Stories today with another great father. Jordan, can you introduce our guest?
Absolutely, man. I got someone that I now call family. You know what I'm saying? We've been locked in for about 5-6 years now. He's a great father, great husband, great coach. You know what I'm saying? Great supporter of the pod. I want to welcome to the show Adrian, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Just trying to be as blessed as I could be out here, man. That's all I can ask for. I appreciate y'all having me. Been following y'all for a little bit now. I like what y'all doing. Important for the culture for sure. Definitely needed. I'm proud to be here. Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate that, man. It always warmed my heart hearing that from other people. It's just extra fuel to the tank for sure, man.
Yeah, it definitely felt good hearing that because the people don't even know what it takes for us to be on the same schedule to live our lives. We got 6 kids in between us all and just trying to work it all out, bro.
Life be lifing, dog. You can't ignore it.
Hard.
That's a fact.
Life been hard.
Be going crazy.
So
Shit,
shout out to
the neurovirus and touched us all within 2 weeks,
2.5, 3 weeks, bro. It's bad. It's terrible. So let's go ahead, Corey. Let's get us going.
We always start with the weather report. So I give my weather report first. Even though I had a very busy and strenuous weekend, I say the weather is still sunny in my world. We was able to kind of bounce back from our sickness, like I just said. So I'm super thankful for that. I really don't like being sick. I rarely ever get sick. So when it do hit me, it hit me hard. But we back. Was able to move into a new space. So I'm feeling highly blessed. Super thankful. And
congratulations on that.
Man,
big wins.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations
big
on
wins.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
We popping a bottle next time we in studio.
Facts.
I think it's well deserved. Well deserved.
For sure. Congratulations.
Run the mimosas back.
For sure.
Facts.
So with that being said, Adrian, go ahead. You can give your weather report.
Honestly, I would say much like today, it's definitely a partly sunny just because I've been blessed to have these kids. They're healthy. Everybody's good. Now we got to figure out the schedules, organization. So that's been a part that's been challenging, but still fun to go through the process to see, how we're gonna make this all work because of a big family, nice, big, happy family. For y'all who don't know, I have 4 children, 6 of us total, outnumbered in the house. So we've been doing good though. I can't complain. I love everything that's been happening.
It's love, man.
Hmm?
An abundance of joy.
Can't
A whole lot of
can't complain.
joy and personalities, boy.
Yep, that's a fact.
I guess I'll jump up in there. This week these last couple weeks have been interesting. So if I could attribute it to weather, I'm 75 sunny right now. It's probably 78 creeping towards 80. through the challenges of life, like Corey said, like shit, I got sick. The kids was sick. My wife was sick. It like this shit just happened in however it happens. But it's crazy because like in my career, like I probably had the best 2 weeks in my career in like the last 4 years. So
It's tough.
and it might have been like this before, but like I've been so conscious on tracking everything. So now that I actually see it, it's like the more abundance that you get, the more responsibility that comes with it as well. And the responsibility is haymakers. Them shits is coming like Tyson. Like you doing a little bit better. All right, bet. Yuga, another one. You
That's how
feel
I
me?
be, man.
Mhm.
So I'm good though. I'm good.
That's great, brother. I'll jump in. My weather is like, you know how you open the app and you'll see 60 one day, then it jumped to 70, then it jumped
Mhm.
back down.
Mhm.
Feel me? That's kind of how my week has been going. I had some ups and downs during the week. Fucking Cross got sick
Mhm.
yesterday. He got hit with
Mm,
Mhm.
what's the virus called?
damn.
The norovirus. Yeah,
Norovirus.
he got hit
Norovirus.
with that joint yesterday.
Norovirus?
Yeah,
Yikes.
Noro.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was up tossing and
Yikes.
turning all night. So I'm definitely kind of tired. I'm feeling it a little bit, but we here, man, and I'm blessed to be here. So
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, we can find some more breast milk for nephew because that
yeah,
breast milk
that was
got some
key. That
powers
was
in it.
very key.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing a lot
Yeah.
better now.
That's a gem.
That's what's up,
That's a
man.
gem. Good. Good.
It's good.
All right. So enough about us, Adrian. Where do you want to start? Like, just you can just start from the top of where your fatherhood journey began, and we can just run through it.
All right. So basically, well, I guess I should say my fatherhood journey began when I first started dating my wife
Mm-hmm.
because she had a daughter.
Mhm.
So already that was like a big learning curve for me because I never, to be frank, I like when I was younger, I went from playing football to like going into like the restaurant industry and becoming like a chef. So I didn't care about nothing. Like it was just
Mhm.
whatever happened that day happened. And when I met her and I started dealing with her daughter or our daughter, and like, it made me have to realize, okay, so like I got to start putting stuff in place a little bit. I got to start caring about what happens over here because that might affect her on the other side. And then she got pregnant with our son. And that kind of put a whole nother gear in me because raising a kid from when they're like already like five is like different from like all right now they're an infant.
Yeah.
And now like
Yeah.
if you don't pitch in, if you're not there, bad things will happen. You'll feel crazy.
Mhm.
I've always had my dad in my life, so I was never gonna leave that to chance. I was always gonna be present for my kids. So that put another gear in me of like caring and like I had to really like, all right, bet. So what's going on with me doesn't really it used to be like, all right, bet. I get upset and like my day is ruined. I can't afford for my day to be ruined now because my kid has to
That's a fact.
I gotta be with him. I gotta talk to him.
Yeah.
I gotta be
Facts.
around. I can't let my energy rub off on them. And then
Mhm.
now with two more in the mix, I gotta really like, even with the other two, I was more like high strung. But now I'm learning to leave a lot of things that don't need to be held in my spirit. I'm learning to like let a lot of stuff go. Because I really have to make
Mhm.
sure I have enough mental capacity and love, compassion for my kids. I can't let my
Mhm.
feelings interfere with that.
Hmm.
And in the past, that might have
Mhm.
been, when I was younger, that might have been a thing. So my fatherhood journey now, I could say, is
Mhm.
like, it's, it gave me something to actually care about. And it sounds bad, or I don't know if that sounds regular to some people, but it gave me something to really care about. I didn't care about nothing. It could have been
Mhm.
whatever. And now it's like,
Yeah.
I can't afford that, bro. I gotta care about them at least. I gotta make sure my wife is
Mm-hmm.
good. Like we still need to have a relationship because that's the hard part for me now. being a dad is kind of easy, but
Mm-hmm.
being a dad while being a husband, I think is probably the most challenging
Husband.
thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
that's like jujitsu, bro.
yeah,
It's
because you
crazy.
managing like multiple relationships at that point for sure.
Yeah, man. While still trying to make sure yourself is good. Like,
Facts.
yeah. So my father journey, I feel like it's been kind of fast. Like it's been really fast. Like all this stuff happened really quickly.
The time go, brother.
But
Yeah,
I don't, yeah, I don't frown on it. I actually kind of, I think that's best for me. I do good with change like that. So,
that's what's up, man. Yeah, I got a couple of things I want to touch on just based off of like hearing what you were saying.
mhm.
Just about the care part too. Like, I think, because I relate to that as well. For me, it more so like I thought I cared about things before I had kids.
Yeah,
This it really like defined what caring about something was for me. Like, so I get
yeah,
exactly what you're saying. Like, I thought I
Mm-hmm.
cared about like, you know what I mean, playing football in high school. Like that was cool. I thought I cared about like, you know what I mean, my creative endeavors. Yeah, that was cool. But like the fact that I have this care and love in my heart continuously, like nonstop, no matter if my kids make me mad, because boy, they get on my nerves and get under my
wow,
skin. But it never changes like the things that I will do for them, the things that I will bring for them. And it's like having that feeling, like I don't think I ever would have fully experienced like how immersed I am in that until I became a father. So I get exactly what you're saying, bro.
Mm.
yeah. It's like,
Yeah. To,
oh, go ahead. My fault.
Yeah, go ahead, jump in there,
we,
Jahi.
Yeah,
we gotta, Adrian. We gotta get you in a better spot. You breaking up a little bit. Or just make sure your Wi-Fi's off.
breaking. Oh yeah,
But
no, let me
to
turn it off.
to speak to what Adrian was speaking about, like how fast things go, especially when the children like come into play. That part get a little scary, bro. I'm just, the reason why I'm saying this is because like I'm grateful to be here to be with my kids every day to see them grow. But it's like sometimes through the days, like you lose track of how fast it's actually going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So in that regard, sometimes I feel like it's moving so much faster than it actually is. So when those moments where you feel like it's moving too fast, just try your best to be in the moment when you have the moments,
Mm-hmm.
because that's all we'll have when the time actually passes.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm trying to work on
Mm-hmm.
myself, as my kids grow. But so in your guess from Adrian, so the twins are here now.
oh yeah, they're here. They're full effect. They're 3 months now.
Yeah.
Woo!
They're,
Oh
they're,
man,
Bless
they're
your
born.
congratulations,
heart,
brother.
boy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
They was born
Bless
in
your heart, man.
January 16th. Wow.
Bless
Congratulations.
your
You
heart,
went from
brother.
I appreciate
2 to 4,
So
it.
you
And
man.
got
honest, that's the quick.
yeah.
That's the speed. That's the fastness, bro. That's the quickness right there.
Jesus,
Two to
man.
four is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I've
it is.
always
I'm
wanted
not
a
gonna
big
lie.
family. I've always
That's
wanted a big
fast.
family. I've always wanted a big family. Like I grew up like I have a little brother, but like I'm like that was later in life. Like me and him are 7 years apart. So like we really didn't grow up together. Like
Mm,
so now
right.
I've always said I wanted my kids to have a sibling like together, like closer to age. They got to grow up, experience everything together. And I always want a big family, but the speed, bro, is unmatched. I love it, dog. It wouldn't be my life if it didn't happen like that. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, you
Mm.
That's the
definitely
way I look
doubled
at
up, literally.
it.
Oh wait,
Like,
so you just wanted a big family, or now you want a bigger family?
No, no, no. I wanted a big family and I have it now. We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
there
We're
we
good
go.
now.
There
Yeah,
we
we're
go.
chilling. Six
yeah,
people to take care of, I think is good enough.
yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely
But
agree.
when you did at the time get with your girl, but now your wife, how
hmm
old was her daughter at the time? Though, was she
She was,
5?
yeah, she just turned 5. She had
Okay,
just turned 5.
okay. So
She's not,
that definitely
yeah,
was,
she turns 10 this year
yeah, that
now.
definitely was, definitely a big challenge. Like, what was like
Absolutely.
some of your thoughts going into that though, like, or some challenges that you faced early on before having a kid?
And like so I was like, what, 24? at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
like I had that like young guy mentality of like, I don't really want to be doing this. I wasn't planning on having kids till I was 30. Like I was like in my head, I
Mm.
was like, I don't know, like I don't know if this is me. I'm not a good role model. Like I'm still out there doing my BS, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see myself as like a role model. So
Mm.
in being that, that's why it took so long to even go coach. Like I didn't see myself as like in that space to like really tell somebody else how they should be doing something. Like in my head,
Okay.
that's important to me to be in a space yourself to where I bet the advice I give you is not coming off like I'm just preaching. Like I want to be an example. So like in my head, that's what I was thinking. But now being a dad, like that is BS, bro.
Mm.
It's bullshit. You ain't never gonna be ready.
Yeah,
Never.
You're
that's
never you're never
that's a
ready.
fact.
You're never you're always too young
Mm.
until it happens. Like
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
it forces maturity, whether it's born the kid is born to you or not. I felt responsibility over her from
Facts.
when I decided I was gonna be serious about your mom. I automatically now feel like I'm your dad in a way. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's like the biggest, yeah, that was the biggest thing. I
I
just didn't
respect.
think I was ready for that. And then now, I'm as ready as I can be now. Shit.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta put the boots on.
I'll strap him up.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Jordan, you got a
I was
question?
gonna ask,
Get you in there.
like, how did your mentality change throughout the years of dealing with?
Patience, bro.
Yeah.
Patience. I'm like, I'm, again, when I met y'all, I was like, I'm very like high strung generally. Over the years, I've learned how to let a lot of stuff to go. You cannot walk around just dwelling on every little thing, especially when you start dealing with kids, bro. It'll ruin you. That joint would drive you
Mm-hmm.
really crazy. So I've had to learn how to be very, very, very patient, like
Mm-hmm.
way more patience than I ever had. And it's good. It's beneficial. I feel like I'm not quick to let nobody upset me or let anything upset me anymore. Like it is what it
Yeah.
is now.
Shit, I would say probably as a father, that's probably like one of the most strongest
Yeah.
attributes you may have to have is
Yeah.
patience.
I agree.
Yep.
Not even just a father, like a parent, period. Like mommy and dad, that patience attribute. Whew.
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
unmatched. It's yeah. You hear because you hear people talk about this stuff. Like you hear people talk about being a parent,
Mm-hmm.
how hard it is, patience, da da da. But then until you're in it,
Yeah.
like when you in the thick of it, you got two kids, like two plus kids, even one kid. What, like bro, it's all hard. It's all hard.
Facts. And
And
even like in us, my fault. Go
sometimes
ahead, Jay.
for me, what makes it, excuse me, what makes it a little bit more challenging too is like it's difficult to be a parent regardless, but
Mhm.
it's like the weight of being a black man
Mm,
and a present father is a whole nother weight that I don't even think we digest enough. Um, just off the simple fact of like sometimes like we created a community here, right? Imagine the father who is trying, who's seeking community, and he just hasn't found it, and he's working on his patience. He needs leadership. He needs like camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like I
mhm,
can't speak for no other race of people, but I know like before I've had a space like this, like like where like you underwater and you just like can't like you on your last couple breaths. You feel me? Like
mhm.
I think we need probably especially here like we need to talk about the weight of being a present black father. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we living through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
we need to address that. That's like the same that everything was just about being a father. We need to address the being a black father part. Like facts. That's a fact.
and maybe we haven't gotten there because I know personally, like my kids are younger, and we in a different time where race isn't such a big thing, or at least it's not perceived to be as much in this area,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it just can't go without being said. So now that I mention it, we'll start thinking about it and now some of our talking points could be a little different. Cause that shit matters, bro. Like,
I would
but
say,
all in all, go ahead.
my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, because it
No,
made me
you
think
good.
of something. I would say that's even why me and my wife's, like my daughter's dad, I think that's why I've never actually like held no type of animosity or nothing towards him about nothing that it comes to with the like I let them
Mm,
handle their problem. But I think I also talk to him and I do have conversations with him on my own because even as a black man, just as a
mm,
level as a black man, I know for a fact I've heard his story. I know for a fact he ain't had it easy, and every decision he made has might not been the right one or the correct one. But
mm,
I try to come from a space of that's another black man at the end of the day, and I know what we go through as a people, and I know the trauma and the type of stuff that it causes after that, the ripple effects after that. So I've actually made it
mm.
a point to have a relationship with him that wasn't built on animosity or on no type of tough shit or nothing crazy based off of that
Right.
fact
Mm,
alone. And that's like, I never thought I was capable of nothing like that until, like, again, you deal with kids, bro. I start feeling the compassion. Like, we all grown kids at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
mm,
Something was missing along the steps of growing up to where you went down a different path of life, you took a different change, but like I can't hold it against another black man at the end of the day, bro. I already know the type of bullshit we have to go through. I know what we have to deal with as
mm,
fathers. It ain't always gonna be easy. You're not always gonna see eye to eye with her. I see their arguments. I can see what he's talking about. I do agree with her, but I see his train of thought. And that's not I can't blame him sometimes because you weren't given a real opportunity to form any other type of train of thought. You're in the system, you're doing all this other stuff. So I like to give the benefit of the doubt. And I think as black dads in general across the board, benefit of the doubt should be given sometimes. Sometimes. Not all the situations, but
mm,
I think the grace should be given because we don't get grace anywhere else
Yeah,
from anybody else. We should at least get it from
Yeah.
ourselves, at least.
that's very commendable,
You
bro.
spitting
mm.
That's
for
very
sure.
because
To
Wow, I
any
See,
just
see.
because
to anybody that watched this show, you just said the word that I've been saying for almost a year now. Yo, my side note, we about to hit a year on Fatherhood Forward. Shout out to Fatherhood Forward.
that's tough. Shout out.
But like that's that word that you just said though, grace, bro. Like I feel like that don't go around enough, man. Like we gotta
Mm-mm.
give
That's
ourselves grace,
courtship.
each other grace, our kids
Mm,
grace. Like
Yeah.
that goes hand to hand with patience because that just gives you that level of like, all right, let me slow down, assess the situations from a couple different angles. I
Hmm.
understand what's happening, so I'm not gonna get
Hmm.
on you. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, do the most, bro. That grace is so important, bro. It'll let the another person know that it's okay. That's an embracing feeling. Love it,
Yeah.
man. Love everything that you just said, bro.
yeah.
so when in your
Uh,
head that it made you want to form a relationship with Amaya's dad.
I want to say probably around the time me and Amber got married, to be real. Like, I never thought about it too much before that, when you get married, you're planning on being there forever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if
mm,
I'm gonna be here forever, it could go one of two ways with me. And I'm talking about me personally. It could be beef the whole time. I truly don't have a problem with that. But it ain't about me. Understand what they went through when they were in a relationship, but at the end of the day, it's not about me. I don't want a mom to watch me and her dad constantly going at it over nothing. I wasn't there when any of
Mm-hmm.
this stuff happened. I came in very much later. I don't know him outside of what she tells me, which is cool and fine, but I also don't live by other people's perceptions sometimes because it could be skewed. A lot of traumas there, a lot of stuff is behind that. So I hear it and I
mm,
accept it and and I know your relationship with them, but then I have to also investigate, see how they are as a person in general. And he's not a bad dude. He was just dumb when he was younger. It happens to all of us. He's not a bad dude.
Yeah.
Mistakes, you
mm,
have a temper, you have mistakes, stuff happens. Again, do I agree with any of it? Zero. None of it. But I'm not I really don't like to judge because I came from a different country, bro. I was judged my whole life when I came here. I'm Jamaican. I
mm,
was judged my whole time when I came here by a bunch of white people. I see how that feels. I don't want to pass that on. Me being black and him being black, I'm not trying to pass that on to him. And outside of that, just as a human being, I don't think judgment is a thing for. I don't think it's right because everybody has something they're going through. It could have been one wrong decision, one wrong thing said to you. You snapped and you punched a person, they died. Like anything like that could happen. Not
Facts.
bad person. It doesn't make you a piece of shit. Like you're just life is life, bro. Like I can't. I'm a Rastafarian at the end of the day, bro, and I understand things like life is life, bro. This stuff that happens here is a blip. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna hold you down for it. If you keep on making the same mistakes, that's different. But if I see you wanting to change, I have to let you do that. I have to have room for that. Even my
Hmm.
friends that I don't talk to no more, bro. I let them. We're not beefing. I let y'all change. Let y'all become who y'all want to be. I think that's something we need to do as people in general. Ain't none of this.
Yeah.
This stuff is not like written, bro. None of this stuff is written out. It's no textbook. We all figuring it out in the
Facts.
same boat.
Hmm.
We all sitting here struggling the same, figuring out the same shit. Whether it's one kid to four kids to six kids, you all figuring out how to be a parent, like how to cope with life, and then be a parent, and then be a partner. Then we black, so we got to figure out how to actually just not piss anybody off by just being there. I don't know how that works, but they don't even like us in the room.
Mm.
Mm.
Facts.
Deal with that. Like it's juggling that, bro. I don't take none of this shit personally. For real, for real, for real.
So you mentioned you're Jamaican. Was you born over there?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I was born there.
How
I
was
came here when I was like
how was it like growing up there?
around six, and I went. It's different, bro. It's like so I can speak to it as like two stages. Like I came, moved when I was really young, but then I went back and forth until I was about like 14, until I was like a freshman in high school. Like I went back every summer for the whole summer. So like when when you're living down there, it's more of a nothing really happens. Like you think you're in this tropical place, bro. It's like living in a small podunk town. Ain't shit really
Mm.
happening. Like you're just on an island. It's every day is a nice day. Nothing to really worry about. You do your stuff, you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, like nothing really happens. But then as I started going back and forth, started seeing how the difference is between struggle, bro. Like up here you struggle, but down there it's like there's no government assistance. There's no assistance for nothing. If you don't have food, y'all don't have food. You
Mm.
gotta go
Mm.
steal it, you gotta go do something. Like in a way, like you get help here a lot. And like that was the one thing that I could appreciate about here. Because now if my kids need it, I can get assistance. They don't have to go hungry. There's kids out there in Jamaica that just go hungry, bro. Like it's sad, but it's like again, that's what gives me the perspective of life, bro. Like it could be way worse. None of this stuff is really that bad. It could be way worse.
Yeah.
You really could have nothing. Like you really could have zero. So I try to take
Facts.
that and like apply it to being here. Being an immigrant here, bro, is like they try to make you feel bad about it, but for me it's impossible. Immigrants built the country. Immigrants done everything great you've seen that has to do with civilization come from somebody that came from somebody else, somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It never starts
Mm.
out where it's supposed to, where it's built at. You know what I'm saying? So I take pride in that. I always tell people first, I'm Jamaican. I lead with that. I love it. Love it.
Respect.
So with
Growing up
that
with
being said, dumb babies over there eating oxtails at 3 months.
absolutely. They go. My mom. Yo, we made them some porridge the other day and put it in the bottle, bro. I'm not playing with them, bro. Putting them, you just gotta make it a little loose. I'm not playing with these kids, bro. They're gonna know their culture. We
I
culture, we
love that,
culture in my
man.
house. That's
Love
facts.
that.
That's what's up. That's amazing. I don't expect nothing less from my Jamaican brethren.
Facts.
So
That's a
Jamaican
fact.
parents are a little stricter, right? Like they more strict.
But my mom, yeah, they ain't playing. My mom was a strict one though. My dad was more lax. He grew up. He had a lot of brothers and sisters, so he grew up more like freely in a way, I guess. Like it was a big farm. We all lived on a farm. They grew up free. They kind of did their thing, but like my mom was the strict one. My mom, she don't play.
Wait, wait,
Wait,
wait,
Time out.
wait,
Time out.
wait a minute. Before you go any further, we have a message for you guys.
I need y'all guys to smash that like button,
Hit it.
smash that follow button,
Bam.
smash that subscribe button,
Do it.
turn them noties on.
I need it.
Why? So just to let people know why this is important.
If we really trying to grow this channel, man, we need all of y'all support. Every single viewer from this video, from this episode, smash that like button like Jordan said. It's going to help us grow this channel and reach new heights, reach new audience to help us grow our community like we plan to do with Fatherhood Forward.
Appreciate y'all. Hit that red button.
Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
back to the show.
She does not play. She was a teacher down there. She was a school teacher down there. So she really don't none of the BS. I couldn't try nothing. She's too smart.
Is she strict on the grandchildren too?
And she's seen it all. No, that'd be the crap, bro. No, not at all. Yo, what? Oh my God. They can do whatever they want, bro. They can do whatever they want. It's sad. It's so sad. I feel like everybody it's a thing with grandparents, bro. When you raise your kids, iron fist. No, you can't go. No, you can't do this.
Mm.
Absolutely not. Grandkids, oh, you want candy? Yeah, it's dinner time's 10 minutes, but here you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna run around all day? Stuff. That's fine. Go ahead. It's hilarious.
It's crazy that you said that because on our last episode, we was just talk about shit like that. Just grandparents doing whatever they want to do with the grandchildren.
Bro, they don't care, bro. They do not care.
Facts. Yeah, you did say you had your dad. So like, do you think having your dad kind of influenced the way that you parent now?
Oh, absolutely. Bro, that's the one thing. Honestly, and I get emotional sometimes thinking about it because I know one day he's not gonna be here. But my dad talked to me about so much different stuff when I was younger. It 100% formed the way that I think now. I ain't never looked for nobody's approval or nothing. I always had my own ideas. Like I said, me and Jordan family, we've been locked in for 5, 6 years. He could tell you I've been the same way that he met me amongst with the growth too. I'm talking about personality wise. Same way he met me is the same way I am to this day. I don't
It's a
like I'm
fact.
not I don't switch up. I don't have like I am me. I have no problem being myself. That was the biggest thing he told me. Being yourself is a superpower because nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to be themselves. Everybody wants to be something or somebody else. And I don't like never had the urge to do that, bro. So my dad has definitely played a huge role in how I parent now. Like if it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would think for real. Because I used to just do anything. So like I don't know how it would be now. But yeah, he's huge role. And he's sitting there, I'm sitting there seeing him with my sons and all that stuff, bro. It could bring a tear to your eye for real, for real.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Facts.
That shit is
Yeah, I
crazy.
love that, man. Yeah, I know. I know me and Jahi ain't really have our dads in our life. Speaking for myself, just hearing that, man, I definitely like love hearing that kind of thing because it just kind of reaffirms that I can be that for somebody else, for my kids specifically.
Absolutely, bro.
You know
That
what I mean?
stuff is
I
a
love that.
choice. That all that stuff is a choice, bro.
Yeah,
And it's a
fully
choice.
agree. Fully agree.
Can we have a moment of vulnerability here? And this is
Yeah.
something I want to
Yeah.
try. We don't normally speak on. We normally speak. Obviously, we want to continue to speak life over our children and our families, but I would just want to hear. How do you guys think about like your fears as a parent? Obviously, we think, and we can counteract it like one fear with one hope or desire. You know what I mean?
Can you give an
Try.
example of one of
100%.
your fears?
Let's give an example. One of my fears, right? And I've been thinking about this shit. Like I remember my daughter first started daycare. I was nervous as fuck. And she went to a small daycare. Like it's not too many kids. It's nothing like where you work at, Jordan. Nothing like it. Um, but I'm thinking about when she gets older, when my baby is in first grade and my son is in kindergarten and they don't go to the same school. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about when my kids have to go into society and I'm not there.
Mm.
That shit is a
Mm.
huge. It's something I think about. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
it's a
I'm right there
big.
with you.
I'm not gonna say it's a big fear.
Yeah.
Um, but the hope that goes along with that is the daily teachings and how well my children are starting to pick things up. You know what I'm saying? So eventually they're gonna have to be assimilated into society, and I'm not gonna be able to hold their hand, but I'll be in their minds, their hearts. You know what I mean? Um, yeah.
I can only imagine how that
I feel you though.
feels because my kids went to the daycare and Price just now went to school. So yeah, I can only imagine what that feels like, bro.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I get it. Cause I mean, shoot. I mean, I've been sending Sincere to daycare since he was about like 6 months. Saint's about to go to daycare for the first time next week,
Mm.
and then 2 weeks later, we're gonna put Sincere in that same daycare. So like now, this is gonna be Sincere's third daycare since he's been born. He's about to be 4. Um,
Mm.
and even the first transition, I was scared for him, and then I seen like not seeing why I was scared for him, but he took that very hard, bro. Like that was a very tough, like I would say 2 to 3 weeks, like nonstop screaming, dropping off. Like we get to the daycare, he like, no, I don't want to go, like because at the time he could like talk a little bit, like so now I'm afraid because I'm about to send you into an environment that you don't know again. You don't know these people. You don't know your new friends, like so like I have a lot of fear there, and I think about that every day. So I've been trying to, because my fear is there and I've acknowledged it. It helps me to kind of think outside the box and formulate new ideas on how to kind of get around it a little bit. So like I came up with the plan that um because Saint is going to be going there for 2 weeks, I'm gonna take Sincere there to drop him off every morning, and it's gonna be like clockwork. Like, all right, drop Saint off. Let's go see your classroom. Let's go say hi to your teachers for 2 weeks straight.
Mm.
Every morning you're gonna see this thing. And even when we drive past, I'm constantly telling you, they're your new school. Like I'm trying to put it in his mind now to make it easier on him. He don't even know that I'm trying to make it easier on myself to ease my fear. Like, but
Hmm.
like for real. But it's like that fear is just there. I hate like knowing that he's uncomfortable. Like I'm not an overbearing parent, but I'm a parent. Like that I care about my kids. Like what his mental state is like. So like if I could just ease that out as much as I can, man. I feel like that's just my job.
You supposed to bring them boys to Uncle J Dog, man.
I know, man. I know, man. But I know Sincere.
I'd have
and
had
like
them eat
it's
good.
just,
Your mental
I
would have
know,
been
bro.
good.
But I know Sincere though. It's just, y'all. It's a lot of kids there. It's a lot of kids. And
My kid,
Sincere,
my kid, my
he
kids,
like to.
my kid's been going there since 6 weeks. I drop
Yeah.
him off.
Hmm.
Go ahead. There's your uncle. See you later.
Facts.
How many kids in this classroom? Well, get ready to be in this classroom.
Um, that I'm not fully. I can't fully remember. I know Saints. It was only like 6 kids in there. You know, they smaller. I can't remember. It might be like 12 in his Sincere's classroom
That's
somewhere
about
around
the
there.
same. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Girl.
They might be thinking of the accumulation of kids because y'all got a
Yeah.
different
Mm.
ages and stages and stuff like that. Yeah. Do we think
So
about the things that like are uneasy for us as parents,
I
or
Definitely.
we
think
kind of just work through them because we're fathers and we're supposed to be bearers of those or that kind of stuff?
I think I do
Nah,
that.
I mean,
I
I
think
would
I
say, yeah. Go ahead, Adrian.
I was gonna say my fault. I think I work through it. I think I do a lot of working through. Because my thing, one of my fears
Mm-hmm.
is like that they don't pick up. Mine is like later down the line, like high school wise. So like all the stuff that's out there, bro, the fentanyl, all that other crap. I don't want them to get nowhere in that type of lifestyle. I want them to stay on the straight and narrow. But I know that's hard, especially when it didn't work. It didn't happen for me when I was a teenager. Like all that stuff was always around. So. That's my fear, really, is like they don't get into that type of stuff that I'm able to build them up enough to it. They don't even want to really wonder what that's like.
Hmm.
Like,
I mean,
that's a
because you're
huge
conscious
deal.
of it now, I feel like you could tackle that because it's already on your mind. So like when the time does
Yeah,
come later down the line, you're gonna be ready for it, man.
yeah, that's a stressor.
Yeah, something for us to think about. I also wanted to ask this: what, Adrian? You said you're 28 years old, right?
Yeah,
What what made you know that you were ready to become married, being younger than 30? Because speaking for myself, bro, imagined, I never imagined being married.
good question.
Throughout my life, I've seen a whole bunch of dysfunctional marriages, disregarding like some of the older generations of my family. But I didn't really see younger people get married when I was growing up. So now that I am married, it was like, what the fuck? I'm happy that I'm married now, but I just
Yeah,
never saw it for myself. So like, how is marriage important for you in being a father?
it's a really good question. My wife is gonna love that you asked me that question because she's gonna get she asks me stuff like that all the time, and I never know how to answer it. Like I do not, I'm not very open as a person. So when I decide to like open myself up and like let people get to know me and like let, especially like I'm talking about in like relationship wise, so like with my significant other, like when I decided I wanted her to really get to know me, like the real me, the one that used to like as a elementary school to middle schooler had like anger problems, diagnosed with ADHD, never got medicated. Me, I don't think that's an easy thing. That let me know that I was ready to marry her because I didn't feel like I wanted to keep anything from her anymore. I didn't feel like I wanted to be away from her anymore. Like I don't want to be with nobody else. And in my head, once I decided to let you in, I'm kind of ready for whatever type deal. I'm a Virgo. We fall in love kind of fast. So
Mm-hmm.
like I never had an inkling of a doubt because I've known my wife too since we were in high school. So like I was a freshman on the team. She was one of the managers. So like I never like it was one of them things where the familiarity is there. As adults, we were talking. I like the person you really are. And I was now when we started dating, I was like, yeah, nah, I could definitely see you. I see how you are as a mom, see how you are as a partner. I loved all that stuff. And did we obviously have
Mm.
stuff that we would change about each other? Yeah, of course. Like, but it wasn't enough to where like I don't want to change nothing about her. I love her how she is because that's why I picked her. So like it was more of a like comfortability thing, bro. Once I feel like I can really be that with you, yeah, we married, we can do whatever. I'm not going nowhere. It's hard to find that.
Yeah, it's
I
a
feel like it's
fact.
really, really hard to find that type of stuff, bro.
That's a fact.
I watch my friends go through it. I'm the only one of my friends that's married. And we all young, we all around the same age. We're literally separated by a couple of months. So like I've seen them go through it and I've seen how they is and like bro, I was so grateful when I found her. I was like, all right, bet. Now I don't have to worry about that part. That part of my life is good. Now I can worry about all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Providing for you, family, career, all that stuff. So for me, it wasn't really an age thing, but I've always been kind of older. I was hanging out with older people,
Mm,
more of a definitely mentality thing for me.
What's our age
okay.
difference?
Respect.
She's 31. So like 2.5 years because her birthday like end of January or January 29th. Yeah. So it's like 2.5 years difference.
Okay.
I turned
I
29 in
mean that
August.
August what?
29th.
Ah, you just missed Leo gang. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Virgo
yeah,
Nation
yeah.
over here, brother.
Virgo Nation, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That shit don't even sound cool for real, but
You
y'all can
crazy.
have it. I'm just playing.
That's funny. That's funny.
Nah, I had asked though because man, I'm an advocate. Like if you got a good woman, bro, just marry that lady because God honors marriage, man. Like it's gonna be
Mhm.
and leading up to that time when you before you actually get married, you gonna be it's gonna be so challenging, so it's gonna be so much turmoil because like the forces want to keep y'all divided. The forces want broken homes. The forces want you mentally and emotionally broken down and unstable in all your ways, so you can be unstable in all your ways for your family. So
Yep.
you'll be an unstable leader.
Yep.
So you can't even function in your day to day because these challenges are overwhelming you.
Bro.
Um, but I
The
believe
Bible.
when you actually have that partner, God honors that and He makes it stronger for you over
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah.
Amen.
And I understand where people like, as a society, like as a they'll get married in spirit, but they don't want to get married like to the government type of deal. Because there's a
Oh
difference.
yeah, I
Like,
get that 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
I believe in marriage in 100%. You do it in front of God spiritually, like that is to me worth more than any type of paper you got to sign. So like I've always been an advocate of marriage. I watched my parents be married for 20 something years. They're not married
Hmm.
anymore, but I see how good it is, bro. I want my kids to have that. I want my kids to
Hmm.
be in that.
Yeah, that government conversation is a whole
Yeah.
nother
It's a
joint we
whole
can
different
spend
one.
a
Yeah.
whole nother hour on.
I've heard people reasoning for that's why they didn't get married. I'm like, bro, I get it. I get that. I understand that, but it's way more than that for me too. So like
It is.
I was
So
at
my
Jordan's
point.
wedding, bro. It was beautiful, bro. Like I love that.
That's a fact.
They really, really love each
That's a
other, and like
fact.
I love seeing that, bro. That shit is not easy to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's a fact. Um, so we are on borrowed time. Fatherhood Forward is on the move. We're very, very busy, but we're not going to cut your wisdom. Um, Adrian,
Mhm.
y'all got any other questions for Adrian? Because I can go.
You got three
Go
boys,
ahead.
and you're a coach at Newark High School. If y'all didn't know, um,
Yep. Go Jackets. Go
Coach for what?
Jackets.
Coach
Football.
what? What did you coach?
so do you
Okay.
think
Football.
Sorry,
your
sorry to hear
parenting
that.
style? Do
I'm
you
joking.
think
I'm joking.
your
Ah!
parenting style helps you in a way to coach the boys?
Oh, 100. I'm taking things from both sides, low key, because I gotta be real. Like, I gotta take stuff like, all right, so I gotta take like being with my babies. Like, I can't obviously be too hard on them. They're babies, and I kind of have to apply
Mm,
that to my high school kids. Some of y'all really never played football before, and that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? I have to
mm-hmm,
treat you as such. And like some of y'all need that tough love. And sometimes I need to be tougher with my kids at home. So I kind of bring that from over there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a coach, bro. Yeah, get your ass up and go move, bro. I don't care. I don't want to hear none of that. When I come home, instead of being soft with Bash, I'm like, yo, nah, you need to get your ass up, bro, and go on the potty. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
playing with you. Like,
right.
I think it definitely helped. I think that's why I wanted to be a coach, is because once I had my kids, I was in a space to where like, nah, I want to actually help other kids if they don't have their dads around. If they no, even if they do, I want to actually help. I thought I loved my coach when I was younger, so I kind of use that and try to bring that to them too.
Mm, okay. Um.
Mm.
Well, yeah. How long you been over there at Newark?
This is about to be my second year. I was there last year
Oh, okay.
from the summer, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only been a
Okay.
year, but I played there too, so it was good. I like going back.
Oh, nice.
Really cool.
Nice. Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Newark football, man. Before we get out of here, Adrian, I want to ask you: do you have any like words of wisdom or a message to a new father or a father currently going through his journey? Um. Yeah.
Um, I like to see. I've been thinking about this question. Is the one question that
Oh,
I
two.
know
Hold
I
on.
get
Hold on.
asked.
Let me make it. Let me make it two part. Add
Mm,
that, and then why do you believe this platform is good for fathers? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
all right, bet. So my advice would be just be there. That would be my advice. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to think about it too much. You don't have to wonder what you're gonna do or how they're gonna turn out because you're there. Your kids, low key, are already gonna be like you, regardless if you're there or not. I can say that I've seen that multiple times.
Facts.
Being there makes all the difference to them because that's what they gonna remember. They don't remember all the little conversations sometimes because it's a lot of them that you'll have. I don't remember every conversation that I had with my dad, but I know we had them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he was there, and I
Mm.
know what that did for me. So, like, I would just say that's probably the biggest thing. And it's cliche, but it's literally real. It's real as hell. Be there.
Mm-hmm.
You show up. If you say you're gonna go
Mhm.
pick them up. If
Pick him
you
up.
say you're
Facts.
gonna show up to a game, bro, go to the game. No one's asking you to be
Mhm.
perfect, just go. Literally. And then this platform, I think, is detrimental, low key. I honestly can't wait for y'all to go up, because this is the type of stuff that nobody talks about. Everybody has a fatherhood aspect, but for some reason, it's always a bunch of white guys, maybe a couple black guys sprinkled in there that talking about being a dad. And last time I checked, there's way more dads than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way more, not in the color of everything. So I think this will be a great space for everybody to be able to come and open up. And then we don't get to talk about this type of stuff as dudes in general. We don't just sit around talking about this type of stuff. So I think this is like a great space specifically for coming on and be like, all right, bet. How do you feel, dog, that you're doing as a dad right now? Like, how do you feel it's going? Like, I love that. I think it's important. They're gonna need that for real. We all gonna need that.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. We're trying our best
Mm-hmm.
to keep this thing going, and we going to, like Corey said, we creeping up on a year, and it's just like we going through the motions. I'm not even keeping track of time. It's
Mhm.
just like we raising the babies. The time is passing us by, but we continue to be present and make an impact, and just keeping it going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Definitely
Yep.
being here.
appreciate you for.
I
I
greatly
appreciate y'all for
appreciate it.
having me, bro. This is very dope,
For
bro. This
sure,
is very
man.
dope.
Definitely
Yeah.
Very
enjoy
dope.
having you on, man.
And this will be out pretty soon, so
Anytime.
anybody who's watching it, be on the lookout for some updates from Fatherhood Forward, because May and June we got some stuff coming down the pipeline for you guys. It should be coming out pretty soon. So thank you for being patient with us, and we thinking about you.
Yes, sir, man. It's been another
Sure.
good one.
All right.
Great
Yep.
dad
Appreciate
stories.
y'all. This is
Appreciate
great.
you
Yes,
again,
sir.
Adrian.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
All
Anytime.
right, brother.
I'm
Anytime.
a child, gentlemen.
Catch y'all on the next one.
Yep.